Hey, I'm gonna need a bigger boat. And what do you need?
Some brown pants.
Yeah, an extra pair of brown pants, please. Thank you.
Oh man, I know he's who must smell too much Delta, but I didn't think it made it all so gnarly.
Stop being so dramatic. Come on. Besides, I cleaned it up. Got bleach and Febreze.
Even
yeah,
Airwick for good measure?
yeah, even one of those little pine trees that you hang in cars. All right. Now, come on, we got a job to do. Or should I probably bring up what happened last year in Anime Iowa?
No!
Shall we continue then?
Yes.
All right. Episode 6, called Dire Straits, and really, I can't really make fun of that.
The title is too easy to make fun of.
It's really, how so?
It's too easy to do a
Oh, a CSI Miami.
yes.
That's right. Well, also it's kind of hard for me because that's a pretty common phrase, as well as a band name, which, well, I just know they're a band name. I don't know any of their songs, or maybe I do, just don't know what their name's a bit. But okay, I'm droning on and on.
But
All right, the whole premise of the episode is that Vigo pretty much cuts all trade routes off from Burke with the use of a Submaripper, a title class dragon that really makes whirlpools every time it breathes in.
when I saw this episode, I had to wonder if he took some inspiration from Greek mythology, because it feels like he just dropped Charberus in front of Burke's doorstep, or the trade route in this case.
I don't know about mythology, but it's definitely like a fable or an ancient tale.
Yes, and, it's like Odysseus. If you guys know the story, he had to go against Charberus, which is whirlpools and everything, and whirlpool is teeth.
Yeah, I actually do remember that. I even remember that from the TV movie featuring Armanda Santi.
But
right. Oh, anyway, so yeah, because of this, the writers they try to free this title class dragon, and they succeed, of course.
Of course.
And the hunters have to plot their next vengeance on those dastardly writers.
In the style of Mr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, like, I'll get you next time, Hiccupattic. Next time! No, that didn't actually happen, but seriously, you could have think that Vigo would do that.
Yes, yeah. Alright, so what did we like? What did we not like? Alright, I guess we can start from the beginning. We liked that Trader Johan came back.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since the last Auction Hero. In fact, I just love it how danger casual he is when his life is in danger.
Well, he constantly sails between islands, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it's seeing dragons out on the far horizon. It's like seeing eagles in Iowa when you're driving on the highway. I mean, at first it's so majestic. And then, but after 10, 15 trips, it's like, oh look,
an eagle.
Yeah.
No, it's
but what I liked was that the way he interacts with the other traders, or as he calls them, my brothers.
My brothers.
My brothers.
He's like, he took an inspiration from Dagger. Brother.
Oh, if he took inspiration from Dagger, then he would be a lot less sane, though. Right, but there's this one trader who I'm just calling Dave because I can't really remember his name.
Dave the Barbarian.
Oh, so that's why I'm calling him that. So I remembered it subconsciously. So yeah, who has got this Rapunzel beard that it's actually wrapping around his legs, and he's all buddy. Oh, Dave, I see that beard is looking good as well. wouldn't be called dead with that thing on my face. It's like Monty Python, and it's oh, I'm sorry, but this is abuse. And, you want 12A next door.
Stupid git. But no, the best part about it is how his life is in danger. He's like, smell, and then a whirlpool appears.
But he didn't know. I'm gonna say he didn't know his life was in danger because, like I said, he's probably encountered thousands of water dragons. Well, from a Scaldron to a Thunderdrum to a Sea Shocker.
Well, I was assuming that he knew what the smell meant. Like, if it probably had a particular odor, he would probably associate with a particular dragon.
But how many Submarippers are near Burke?
That probably caught him off guard.
Yes. So yeah, he goes back into story mode, and then this whirlpool pretty much cuts him off, and now he's got to save his ship, and by extension himself.
Yes, it reveals some plot armor on him, because no, he cannot die, he's kind of important.
Yeah, well, yeah. But that's kind of what I like, because just imagining that if he just continued talking while his ship was circling the whirlpool, that would have been hilarious.
It would be.
Would have. Oh, the things that go on in my head.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, they're an enigma even to myself.
But now, to what I liked about the episode, the severity of the situation. The severity of this episode. It is serious, but yet it doesn't... It's not over the top.
It's not Zack Snyder serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it shows you the consequences of last season with Last Auction Heroes. What happens when you gamble with all Burke's gold, and the actions are there in front of Hiccup's face.
And I kind of like to add that this kind of brings up Vigo's bastard levels. Like you said, how he was such a bastard in Buffalo Soldier because he deliberately sent diseased men on ships just so one of them could be infected, so they would find a rare dragon for a cure. This has nothing to do with finding a dragon. This is pretty much all about sending a message to Burke, like we've had enough of your interference.
Yes, cease or desist.
Yeah, or Burke will pay the price. And that was like, wow. And you know, Stoic said it best. Vigo revealed his true colors, that only a coward endangers women and children.
Yes, and mind you, the cinematography, no, it doesn't have to be fancy to show the suffering of this poor village.
No, it didn't. It didn't need any whooshy big
flashy,
crane shots.
Flashy.
Yeah.
And to see all the suffering of the kids and the old women and children, it just, man.
And then cutting back to Hiccup, showing how much this affects him.
Yes.
Since he feels, and I'm pretty sure he acknowledges that this was his fault.
And even the twins of all things, they grow some. Apparently, their hearts went down 3 levels of mischief.
Yeah,
because Snot was like, "I don't eat a potato."
Hey, you could just pretend it's an apple.
Yes, and even the twins are in serious mode here.
Mm-hmm. And which kind of reminded me is that the scientific twins kind of came back, and they weren't even sick.
I'm starting to wonder if they have an on-off switch.
It's probably do, but then again, it's not too far-fetched that they would go all scientific when discussing about viscosity of monstrous nightmare gel and change-wing acid in water, because destruction is their game.
It's practically their middle name.
Yeah. Destruction's the name, and destruction's the game.
Yes.
So yeah, it wouldn't be too far-fetched that they would try to experiment with creative ways of causing mischief or destruction, even underwater.
And speaking of underwater, Hiccup Haddock invents the diving bell.
Are we really surprised by that?
No.
And it's not. And this was not. It was made from Gobber's Cauldron, so it was forged from different sheets of metal, so it wasn't polished and pristine, and like some other diving bells that you can just Google.
I mean, granted, it had to go through some prototype stages. The first time was not the charm. No, the thing broke.
Yeah. And and you know, it does fit, it fits in the world. It does look like something a Viking would use.
Yes.
Or even like Hiccup would invent.
And I do say that it's okay. There is a time and place for me when yes, Hiccup is a genius. He can invent this stuff, but some of the inventions are going to get out there at one point, and that includes the goggles with horns.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought the horns were just kind of an unnecessary touch, even if this is the Viking Age.
Yeah.
But I guess if they didn't take the horns out, then it would look too much like a modern. It would probably look too much like a modern diving helmet, or like the ones like the Scooby-Doo villain. You know, that fluorescent ghost.
Yeah.
So you know, pick your poison. Pick your poison. You know.
Yeah. But now, my biggest.
No, wait, I still have one more thing that I want to praise. I want to praise the underwater animation. Because that was pretty good, and I know it's probably weird that I am put that down.
Okay.
You will not get drunk during this show.
All right.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened at Anime Iowa. Now, okay, it's probably weird that I am praising underwater animations for DreamWorks since it's pretty since computer generated animation, underwater animation has been done like 10 years ago with Finding Nemo and The Incredibles, even with Shark Tale. But those are movies. Those are big budget. Those are big budget motion pictures. This is a very limited budget TV series. So the fact that they could actually get the animation to pretty much like Finding Nemo levels of accuracy, like with light reflections, murkiness, particles, and even sound mixing, like of muffling of the rocks hitting the ocean floor. I gotta praise that. It actually did look and feel like he was swimming underwater. And so yeah, that's all I can remember to praise about it.
My nitpick is the design of the dragon.
Okay.
It feels kind of generic.
What? How so?
It feels like it's a scaled down version of a Red Death, without the big horns. Even it got the eye.
It did, but its feet actually kind of looked a lot like a frog's.
Yeah, but even just minor touches does not excuse lazy design like the Monstrous Nightmare armor wannabe.
Okay, touche. I'll concede to that. All right, my nitpick is okay. I'm mixed on this one because after Hiccup actually does free the Submaripper, his diving bell gets busted and it gets detached from the ship, and he's sinking down, and it's like Hiccup's gonna die because it's filling up with water, and Toothless. The reason why I mixed is because there's that little moment between Hiccup and Toothless to show that they'll die for each other, and we pretty much know that. It's such a tender moment that I like, but it's like DreamWorks. We've seen movie 2. We know he's gonna survive. Why are you doing this? And
continue.
Oh, I think that. So yeah, it feels like another fake out to me.
No, I could contest that. It's not so much as fake out as it's trying to tell the life story of Hiccup Haddock. Because I would be remiss to say he doesn't have close calls with death.
Okay.
I mean, he must have had some close calls in between movie 2 and 1.
No. Okay, yeah. All
I
right.
mean, that's the life of a Viking.
Okay. All right. Now, okay. Here's a nitpick, just simply from a Hickstrid fan, is that Hiccup is pretty much unconscious, and Hiccup and Toothless are standing above him, and I'm going like, he needs mouth to mouth. Astrid, get on it!
ASAP!
Yes. But she doesn't do anything. There's no mouth to mouth. Toothless wakes him up, and okay, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, it's just that I would have preferred it was Astrid.
Could have been worse.
How so?
Fish legs.
That's worse? It could have been Snotlout.
True.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's not. Oh god, now you riled up the Yowie fans.
Oh, shit. What can of worms have I opened?
Why?
Sorry. Hey, you know what? Maybe you also started it by suggesting fish legs.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
But, now and then, we watched Vigo is now losing his cool. He is losing his shit now. In fact, like, he was like, turn the ship around, we got to fight them!
Yeah, and Riker's the one who is calm and collected and rational. So it's kind of a reversal of their previous roles.
Yeah, it's like, the more he's starting to lose, it's like the classic slippery slope for a villain.
Yeah. So which means that Riker's pretty much going back to season 2 levels, where
Yes.
he was pretty much someone you don't want to mess with.
Yes.
But yeah, they get away. Only Vigo and Riker, because screw the
mooks.
Yeah, screw the mooks.
Or screw the red shirts.
The red shirt, yeah, screw the red shirts, screw the mooks, screw the background characters.
Yes.
They escape on a dinghy that is being powered by sea shockers, or led by sea shockers, and the writers they're too goody two shoes that they don't want to risk hurting the dragons.
Yeah. But hey, Burke's now got food again.
Mm-hmm. Still has no gold, but hey, one step at a time.
One step at a time. And honestly, it was a great episode.
It was a good episode. It was plot relevant. It was also kind of it was meaningful.
It was meaningful. I feel content with this episode because I feel like we have plot progression, we have development, character development. You see Hiccup progression to becoming chieftain.
Yes.
Because, he looks at his writers, you do this, you do that, you do that.
Mm-hmm.
And you really see Chieftain Hiccup stepping up.
And I kind of wonder remember in the beginning of movie 2 when he's all he's doing is exploring. He doesn't really want to be chief. I'm kind of wondering if this is the reason why, because he doesn't think he could handle that kind of responsibility or the weight of or the consequences of his own decisions.
Well, it's a lot to bear. You have the weight of the entire village on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not something easy.
So yeah, I guess as a grade, since we now introduce grading,
yes,
I would give this an A-.
I would have to agree.
All right. So is that it? Is there nothing else?
Well, I got a ship to catch because I mentioned in the beginning I need a bigger boat, and there's nothing bigger than a Titanic.
Oh well, good luck with that. DreamWorks, in the meantime, give us the Snap Trapper.